Hi, this is on Employees Pension Scheme 95. EPFO has come out with a few options for people who have already retired or people who are still working. Whatever I could gather from various sources, I am presenting it to you for your consumption. So there are certain questions remain unanswered, which EPFO will be clarifying later. So pension payable under the EPS 95 scheme is administered and managed by Employees Provident Fund Organization. Henceforth we will be calling it as EPFO. And the employer has no role to play except for remitting the required contribution from their part. So the below information and FAQ are best understanding of the scheme which I could gather from the court verdict as well as from various articles. The brief introduction and the FAQs are compiled and given below. The employees who are eligible to participate in the enhanced EPS scheme are requested to study this information. What is the let me give you basic information introduction about EPS. All employees who are members of Employees Provident Fund are eligible for the EPS except the employees who joined after 1st September 2014 and have basic salary above INR 15,000 as they are not eligible for pension contribution. EPS is a social security scheme for employees in the organized sector in India. It is managed by EPFO. EPS provides pension to the employee upon retirement or disability. The pension amount is based on the employee's number of years of service and the average of their salary in the last 60 months before retirement. The maximum pension under the EPS in its current form until recently was INR 7,500 per month, a very paltry sum earlier. The employer contributes 8.33% of the employee's basic salary and DA together to the EPS. Typically, the employer's contribution is capped to 8.33% of INR 15,000. However, employees have an option to contribute based on their actual basic salary above the applicable wage ceiling of 15,000 if they are also contributing towards EPF on their actual basic salary. An employee who may not have exercised such an option earlier is given one-time chance to exercise this option now owing to the Supreme Court order dated 4th November 2022. Those employees who exercise this option will have the benefit of receiving a higher pension which will be based on the average of the last 60 months basic salary before retirement, provided the steps laid out by EPFO are followed by the employee. Then an employee can nominate their spouse to EPS benefits in case of their demise, in which case the pension payable will be 50% of the original amount. In case of demise of the spouse, the dependent children can receive a part of the pension up to the age of 25. It may be noted that these features are based on the current guidelines, which may be changed based on EPFO circulars issued in the future. It may further be noted that a higher pension will be a function of higher EPS contribution, which will be from the employee's provident fund contributions made by the employee. Whether the benefits of higher EPF contributions outweigh the benefits of higher pension or vice versa will depend on individual circumstances and the assumptions one makes to arrive at the numbers, which can vary widely from person to person. It is recommended that before deciding to opt in or opt out, an analysis is done and keeping in view of one's financial and personal circumstances and the requirement of financial need at the time of retirement and post-retirement. So these are some of the frequently asked questions. Who is eligible to exercise this option, higher pension option? So people retired before 2014. So I'll tell you whether they are eligible or not. Employees who did not exercise their option to contribute on higher salary under EPS before 2014 and retired before September 2014, they are not eligible for this scheme. I'll repeat. Employees who did not exercise their option to contribute on higher salary under EPS before 2014 and retired before September 2014 are not eligible to enter this scheme. Then, employees who exercise their option to contribute on higher salary under EPS before 2014 and retired before 2014, yes, they are eligible to get higher pension. Then, let us come to the people who retired after 2014. Employees who were eligible to contribute on higher salary, that is already contributing on higher salary under EPF before 2014, but did not exercise their option to contribute on higher salary under EPS, they are eligible. Employees who were not eligible to contribute on higher salary under EPF or EPS before 2014, that is their PF wage was less than capping of 5,000 or 6,500 before amendment, they are not eligible to participate in this. Now, one more person who will not be eligible. Employees who are eligible to contribute on higher salary and had exercised option under 11.3 of pre-amendment EPS scheme before 2014 but did not exercise the fresh option under 11.4 after amendment in EPS scheme 2014 will not be eligible. So this is about people who retired after 2014. Now, people who joined before 2014 and currently active, for those people, employees who are eligible to contribute on higher salary but did not exercise their option to contribute on higher salary under EPS will be eligible. Now, employees who were not eligible to contribute on higher salary before 2014, that is their PF wage was less than the capping of 5,000 or 6,500 before amendment, they will not be eligible. Okay, people who joined after 2014, employees who became member of EPS scheme after 2014 will not be eligible for this scheme. So we have seen retired before 2014, retired after 2014, joined before 2014 and currently active, and joined after 2014. All these four categories we have seen now, whether they will be eligible or not. What would be the impact of an employee who opts for this pension of higher pension? As per the provisions of EPS, EPF and EPS scheme, both employer and employee contribute 12%, that is totally 24% of the employee's basic salary towards the EPF and EPS schemes based on a formula. From the employer's share of 12%, 8.33 is contributed to EPS. An additional 1.16% contribution is provided by, so it has to be decided whether government will be giving or employer will be giving or employee will be giving, that has to be decided. Until now, the contribution towards EPS was limited to a maximum basic salary of INR 15,000, that is we have been giving 1,250 rupees month on month. Hence, even if the employee had a basic salary higher than 15,000, had been contributing towards EPF on such higher than 15,000 basic salary, the contribution towards EPS was still capped to be a maximum of 1,250 only per month, and as a result, the pension benefit was limited to a maximum of 7,500 per month based on the pension formula. Now, after Honorable Supreme Court ruling, if an employee exercises the option to contribute to EPS based on his or her actual basic pay, which is higher than 15,000, in order to become eligible for higher pension on retirement, they will have to they will also have to remit a part of the previous contributions along with interest which were credited towards EPF since the date of joining or from the date of basic salary crossing the wage ceiling of 15,000. Hence, the impact will be that a part of the current PF fund will be redirected to EPS contribution and the overall PF corpus available at the time of retirement will reduce accordingly. So this is the only catch. Part of the amount which is already there in PF will go towards the EPS scheme. So people who are retiring at the age of 60 will get the lesser amount to that effect. How will future contribution towards EPF and EPS will be impacted for such employees who have opted for higher pension? It is expected that the total contributions from the employee and employer share will remain unchanged. However, 8.33% contribution from the employer's share of the actual basic salary contribution will go towards the EPS, and hence the total contribution towards EPS will increase and the total contribution towards EPF will decrease. Having said that, these numbers may be changed by the EPFO via any future circulars. How much of the current PF corpus will be redirected towards EPS for employees who opt for this pension now? So this is a big question. Everybody's mind it keeps going. While the EPFO is yet to release a circular providing the computation method towards this, it is expected that the sum of total of close to 9.49, that is 8.33 plus 1.16% of the actual basic salary over and above the wage ceiling for each month, including the interest credited on these contributions, will be remitted for all the months since the date of the employee becoming eligible till the date of remittance. The additional 1.16 is only applicable from 1st September 2014 till the date of the remittance. Example, if actual basic salary is say 50,000, 9.49 of 50,000 minus INR 15,000 is 35,000. Why minus INR 15,000 is we have been paying for 15,000 rupees month on month so far. So that is reduced from the basic of 50,000. So 35,000 is taken as basic. Assuming wage ceiling is INR 15,000, along with interest will be remitted for all the months since the date of the employee become eligible till the date of the remittance. So on the 35,000 rupees, 9.49% will be considered for payment. What will happen if employee who wishes to exercise the option but does not have sufficient balance in the PF account on account of prior withdrawal for loan purposes? As per the current understanding, such an employee may have to remit the required amount back into PF account from their own savings outside the EPF universe. However, the employee is advised to take up this issue with the concerned RPFC or await detailed clarification from the EPFO on this matter. As of now, it is informed that the employee should make his own arrangement to make the contribution for PF in case there is a deficit for transferring the money to EPF account to EPS account. What is the effective date of diversion of the actual salary exceeding the statutory limit of the employee if they have opted for this scheme? What are the dates, which is very important? The effective date shall be when the salary crosses the statutory ceiling as prescribed from time to time under EPS 95. That is 5,000 per month, March 96 to October 2001, 6,500 from October 2001 to September 2014, and INR 15,000 and above from October 2014 onwards. How can employee exercise the option if interested? The employee can opt through EPFO website, which is https://unified-mem.epfindia.gov.in/member interface. I have given this on the top, this particular link. You can click this and then go into the website. I have also given you few clippings of how the process is going on in taking this through end of this particular video. In case of transfer of funds from exempted provident fund trust to the pension fund of EPFO, an undertaking must be submitted. That is also online available. You have to click I am ready for contributing towards this EPS scheme, and it takes a digital signature from your Aadhaar site. So then digital signature is taken along with that, and you have to give the proof of your PF amount, which has to be in the PDF form attached, which has been shown in the video also. And once you submit, you get an allotment number on this. Can an employee who exercises this option now be able to revert to contributing on a capped basic salary in case he has volunteered himself to higher pension? Can he go back? No. Once the option is exercised, it will not be possible to revert to original contribution amount. What is the last date of application for this higher pension? Earlier it was 3rd May, and after that it went to May 3rd. Now it has gone up to the month of June 2023. So you have one more month to get yourself informed. But My dear friends, I suggest, because I went through this process of registering myself, it has to have EPF should have a proper name. And see, my name is M Kripakar. So if it is mentioned as Kripakar M, then that needs to be changed, and then it gets linked to the Aadhaar name also. Along with that, your savings account name also. All these three should be properly matching. In case there is a difference, you get stuck. So you have to take it up with your employer to have all these things properly corrected. Only then you can apply. So I request, do not wait for the last date to take a decision. Already, a month has gone after the extension. Close to a month has gone after the extension of this. So take an informed decision. If you have decided to enter into this particular scheme, start right away and then finish the registration. Thank you very much. All the best for the retired peaceful life. Bye bye.